keep identifying as short, and then I walk through a doorway and I hit my head again. I would abolish state schooling. Basically, I would get rid of most taxes so everyone would be richer.
Trans rights are human rights!
Do you think that your outburst has
Well, she didn't stay to defend her opinion.
He's making us respectable transphobics look bad.
So are you a man or a woman?
What's given this standoffish behaviour is obviously you've got
it's basic grammar. It's like it's a question.
The thing is it's kind of an ironic question to ask a supporter of this.
Oh, now they're wondering if this is the best question to ask. Do you think maybe we put the wrong thing on the sign that we fucking paid for and had printed and now out here doing the fucking activism using?
Why am I dancing with that trans person?
We have Resistance GB, again, one of these like groups where people just show up and like ask questions until they get stalked. Is trans ideology a mental illness? I mean, straight away. Like the problem is a lot of these people that do this, they're a bit stupid. Can an ideology be a mental illness? It's like a belief system. Would you say that a religion can be a mental illness? Bizarre.
Right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are down here around the corner from Trans Pride. As you will know, about a few weeks ago, Montgomery Thomas was down here saying that trans ideology was mental illness and turned into a whole debacle. We got grabbed by the police, been banned from Westminster, he was thrown in a cell, and now it looks...
Montgomery Thomas they're talking about. He has exactly the same sign as this, basically. It's not very good. Is trans a mental illness? I mean, gender dysphoria is a mental illness, sure. Whether gender dysphoria defines trans depends on who you talk to. So maybe, maybe not. Is it really the principal thing to be worried about with this?
Looks like he may be charged. We have come down here as journalists. Today what we're doing is we are asking the question, is the trans ideology mental illness? Questions, we're coming down here to engage in a discussion in the public interest. It's a national public debate. Journalists come to ask these questions, get people's responses, get what people have to say. And yeah, it's going to be an interesting day, and I may or may not end up in a cell at the end of it. But in principle, we're English, we've got fundamental rights, and we have a right to ask questions, to impart information, to receive information. So we're going to go around and we're going to start interviewing people, and we're going to see what their response is. Also, on the back, I've got John Money. If you don't know, John Money is the godfather.
Oh, it doesn't fit very well. It's like proper sticking out at the back.
Also, on the back, I've got...
It's way too high up.
John Money. If you don't know, John Money is the godfather of the trans ideology. He was the one who abused children, raised boys as girls, girls as boys, ended up in suicides. Absolutely horrible, horrible reenactment, which I can't even go into detail on. But this is godfather of their ideology.
Do I know who the cameraman is for this? Listen, even the right does DEI sometimes. That's all I'm saying, anyway.
I don't know how many people here who believe in this ideology actually know about it, but we're going to see how many people actually know.
Where do you want to go?
Hello, gentlemen. Can I ask a question? Oh, lovely Yorkshire. Back in Yorkshire. I like it. Right, so can a man become a woman?
I love it. They're like talking about the audio. And it's like louder than the actual fucking conversation. Just jumping out of a bush yelling, "Do chicks have dicks?" Yeah. Now that is how you get arrested, being an anti-trans protester, for sure.
Do you believe a man can become a woman? I don't think that. Do you think it's mentally ill to believe a man can become a woman?
Do you think it's mentally ill to believe a man can be a woman?
I believe I believe deception. Is it
So trans pride is just coming through here. What do you think of trans pride?
Anyway, when we go through the Bible, when we read Genesis chapter 2, the Bible says God created man in his own image. God was not trans. God was not a lesbian. God was not a homosexual. No.
God was not a lesbian. I'm learning a lot today. An awful lot of walking. Okay, they get to the parade. Maybe it'll get a bit more interesting. Problem is, if the audio was that bad when it's just like on a street corner with all this noise in the background, what's it going to be like? Who's gonna want to talk to this guy from like the parade, you know? I'll say one thing, at least they're just moving on. If someone doesn't want to talk, then just fucking move on. Trans is a sickness. Listen, I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry if this is making you feel sick.
Would you like to express your views? You can express your views. Could you please not move into my personal space? I mean, you can express your views here. I'm here to interview people as a journalist. Could you please not step on me and move into my personal space, brother?
He looks like so sheepish, just walking off. Oh, no one want to talk to me. I don't know why. You say, why are you crying? I don't know what he's saying. I've got the subtitles on. Like, the problem is, like, come on, bro. This kind of sign just doesn't work here. What do you think's gonna happen? He's almost acting confused as to why people don't want to talk to him.
You want to walk around? You want to walk around? Obviously, you'd like to walk around, but not within my personal space. Okay? There's a difference between moving peacefully and invading someone's space. So we've got a bunch of fans here who appear to be following us.
No one on screen striking me as worth filming. Maybe set up a little debate table. I think they do in the end.
Excuse me, please can you move out of my personal space?
What are you doing? I'm silent. Move out of my way. Move out of my way.
I don't know. What would you call it?
Please not in the personal space. You have the right to walk around. Whoa. I've told you enough time.
Step away then!
You're stepping towards us.
Okay, so there are like no conversations of any kind. It's just going to be him complaining about these people. This is why I make it clear. There's like morons on both sides of this whole thing. All right.
Would you like to give your
there we go. The police are here.
Nice day today. Would you like to explain?
I just don't think it's because we can't question somebody else's mentality and somebody else feels that we've never.
Someone's put the pie. I might like to ask them about that.
Oh, that's interesting.
Oh, yeah, ask him about that when they're making it very clear they don't want to talk to you. Great idea.
You alright, sir? I asked, what do you think of all of this? Do you think that trans
Speak English. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
Pedro Sánchez dimisión.
Okay, so have a nice day then. Hello, sir. What do you think of the trans ideology? Is it trans?
He's literally got a headphone in. He's literally got a headphone in. I don't think he wants to know, bro. Come on.
Okay.
Tourist again. I think
No,
They keep just asking tourists what they think of trannies. Yeah, he is bold. I'll say that much. Like, I think his kind of shit is brave, but like, Jesus Christ.
people here are tourists.
Hello. I'm out here as a journalist interviewing people.
Got a license for that sign?
I'm out here speaking to people. People who've come in, entered my personal space.
Oh, really, bro? He's actually... Oh, man.
This has been recorded. I've said that you have the right to walk around. You don't have to speak to me. You can speak to me if you'd like to speak to me. But fundamentally, I'm here asking questions as a journalist. I've been given a statement. I've read out their statement, which they wanted to give me. So they've been able to lodge their opinion. And I'm asking people a question as a journalist because it's a massive national public interest, especially considering the events that went on at Pride last month. So I'm just going and asking people questions. A few people have decided to be...
just out enjoying.
Yeah, to get into my personal space. So I'm giving them the opportunity. If they want to speak, if they don't want to speak, they don't have to speak.
I think what's given this standoffish behaviour is obviously you've got fight back here, you've got materials here. So it's sort of, you're going to have to attack.
It's basic grammar. It's like it's a question.
It's going to obviously
But they've given me a statement.
Whereas this is in London.
I've read out the full statement, and it's like this is currently a national public debate at the moment, considering all of the events. So I'm here to have this, hear what people's views are from this protest. Obviously, this is a very public protest; it's not just a private event. So I'm letting people give.
They used to use a shotgun. Like, yeah. This page has like 6-figure subscribers. You think they'd have like decent equipment? I find like so far this has been like cringe as fuck. I don't know why people are like supportive of this, honestly.
Their opinion and make their argument. This is their argument. If they want to speak to me and give their argument, people on the street off the side. You guys would like to give your argument? No, you're not meant to. Right? Go on, I'll give you a chance.
Like you said.
But yeah, that's the situation. I mean, I think there are two people a bit antsy, but that's just.
purely on a walking thing, I've probably last about another 10 minutes. My ankles.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
The cameraman's got bad ankles. It just keeps getting weirder.
Well, I think his ankles are...
I could probably do about another 10 minutes just purely on my ankles.
Okay, that's all right.
I'm sorry. I want to carry on. I really do because it's quite...
That's okay, mate. You've been absolutely fantastic so far. I've got to say, our impromptu cameraman has been wonderful. We bumped into
All right, fair enough. I guess they were a bit desperate.
him at Costa, our other cameraman we were meant to have here. He got delayed with a family thing. So, yeah.
Do you know if he's still coming?
We can always stop here, do a few more interviews here, and then, then we'll see if the other cameraman's still heading down. Because it's good to have two cameras, especially when you've got some people coming.
They were a real conversation. There was a couple They spoke to a couple of people, but like, yeah, this has been a washout. Like, fucking hell, I'd be embarrassed.
Getting in your personal space, etc. I'm glad that the police seem to have been fairly reasonable.
Quite civil.
Yeah, they've been quite civil. They've been quite civil. They've been quite reasonable. They've obviously, tried to like prompt me to say this and that because that's what police do. But
so were they trying to prompt you to say?
Oh, you said, I think it's antagonistic, and I've just said, well, I've just read out their full statement that they've given me. So
yeah, you can't say you're not covering both sides.
Whatever they want to say, I'll ask them follow-up questions. I'll have a discussion with them. Bring it on. But it seems like we can actually have this debate.
These people by the shop.
Yeah, go on. Let's ask these people by the shop.
Anyone?
Do you take 10 minutes? What, man? What do you think of this transgender ideology? Is it a mental illness?
Like, the question is literally like a buzzword. Is that really the best way to ask like random people in the street about this?
You're the quiet one. Okay.
He goes no comment.
Like, does it not sound like a bit of a preposterous question? You know what I mean?
But he has the right to silence.
You have the right to
I think part of their problem is this is just a bit dumb. This isn't people with any kind of stock in this doing this. It reminds me a lot of that Montgomery Tom's guy, actually, which is interesting because he has the same sign, basically, just with a different design on it. I wouldn't engage with him. He seems sketchy, doesn't he? Like, I don't know. Like, Billboard Steve at least seems alright. He seems like he genuinely like has feelings about this kind of stuff. People like this, I don't even know if I had a conversation with someone like this. I don't even know. I don't trust that he actually knows anything about this, to be honest.
Silent, you're pleading the fifth, except one country, but still. You're right there, sir. Is the trans ideology a mental illness? I respect your right not to talk to me.
Isn't productive? No, of course it isn't. You think someone with a sign saying is trans a mental illness? Do you think they're here to be productive? I think these signs can work. It has to not sound like you're just there to insult a group of people. You know what I mean? The sandwich board activism is getting a bit out of control. Yeah, I do worry about this. This is going to end up pissing people off almost as much, if not more so, than some of the fucking trans activist shit, honestly.
The thing is it's kind of an ironic question to ask a supporter of this.
Oh, now they're wondering if this is the best question to ask. Yeah, great fucking... great timing. Do you think maybe we put the wrong thing on the sign that we fucking paid for and had printed and now out here doing the fucking activism using? Oh my god, man.
Great. Like, is your belief a mental illness?
But then they can give the best answer.
Why didn't you have this conversation like fucking way before you did this?
They can give the best
Are they not going to phrase it in a different way?
Well, they turn around and say, no, and here's why. Here's exactly why, okay? Because this is a question this is what was being put a few weeks ago, and they can come back and say, no, hell no.
Yeah, moaning about the mic again.
Oh.
Mic's not good, your mic isn't working. There's no green dot either. Yeah, there is.
Yeah, there we go. Hello, hello, hello. Can everyone hear?
This is like so unbelievably ratchet. What is going on? It's been 45 minutes so far. Bear in mind, I've been skipping. They've had basically no conversations. They've had like technical issues. The cameraman's got bad ankles and can't hold the camera straight to begin with. They've been completely stonewalled. It's almost like they're doing this as a joke.
Mic on wheels.
I haven't muted it.
Mic not good.
This is strange. It was working perfectly well the other day. Right. So let's ask a few more people. Random.
We have Billboard Chris at home. Billboard Chris at home.
Excuse me, sir. Oh no, he doesn't want to be on camera. No. Excuse me, madam. Is the trans ideology a mental illness?
By the way, another thing is, you're in London. People don't want to know in London. If someone's walking in London, there is somewhere they are going to, and they are fucking going there, and that's the end of the story. There's probably, like, I haven't really seen Billboard Steve. Maybe he's done it in London. For the most part, he does it in, like, northern cities and stuff. It's not quite the same in most other places than in London.
Excuse me, guys.
It's like, can you imagine this guy doing this on the tube or something? I think Montgomery Toms actually did something on the tube, now that I think about it.
Today I've come to spread some information about geoengineering. Did you know that our government is trying to block the sun? Okay people, that was incredible. So many people took leaflets, so many people were willing to listen and engage. People know something is up, especially with the...
Listen, I don't know that this isn't parody, but it's very deep cover parody if it is. Because he's been on like Andrew Gold, he's been on Talk TV, he's probably been on fucking GB News.
If you want to head over to my website, montgomerytoms.com, then you can actually support me for as little as just £3 a month as a monthly subscription, or if you want to support me for more...
Like this posh boy needs your money for sure. This is gonna go nicely on top of daddy's fucking $5 a month allowance, you know what I mean?
There is an option for that, but I'm funded by the people and by myself, so...
And my dad.
Any support you put my way would be amazing. We're the people and we hold the power.
Oh no, mummy and daddy just pay for my rent. I do everything else myself, trust me. Anyway, we're watching something.
Is the trans ideology a mental illness? Hello there. What's your opinion? Is the trans ideology a mental illness? Why? It's okay to explain what you You are? So are you a man or a woman? You are?
Didn't even hear what they said, by the way.
So are you a man or a woman?
Smooth, bro. I know, right? I'm gonna fucking die if I keep watching this. Something about like socially awkward, radicalized, unintelligent posh boys trying to do activism is just fucking hilarious to me. Like, the thing is, the other people have the benefit, because lots of these people are also like just that on the other side, but they have the benefit of like safety in numbers, you know what I mean? Like, this guy's rhetoric is gonna have to stand by itself. He needs some help with his pickup lines. Excuse me, love, are you a man or a woman? Oh my god, this is fucking mad. He's making us respectable transphobics look bad, I know, right? This is all you. I'm not even one of these people. I stand firmly in the middle of all this. Some of you lot have to answer for this shit.
You're a guy. And what makes you feel that you're a man?
Oh, so apparently this person is a trans man. Who knows if they're like answering honestly.
And do you think that that's healthy?
They can't hear it.
It's not.
Do you think that that's healthy? I have a feeling this person is just like saying whatever. Well, is it healthy to want to be a man instead of a woman?
Because I've got lots of bruises and I still have from that.
So, do you think that people can identify as anything else, or is it just they can identify as, say, the opposite sex? So a man can identify as a woman. Could you identify as an animal or tall or short? Like, where does this end in terms of this ideology?
Personally, just do what makes you happy. It doesn't really bother me. So.
The handheld mic is this side.
I don't really mind. No,
that's what they're saying. The handheld mic is
as long as they're happy. That's this one.
And then we can't hear them because the other two are still talking about the audio. Amazing.
Okay, so an argument that a lot of people have who are concerned for people who believe they're the opposite sex or gender is people think that it encourages people to do things to their body which can harm them. So, for example, if you've got an anorexic person, anorexic people will think in their mind...
Yeah, people are encouraged to do things that might harm them. They explain that fairly well, or they're supposed to explain that fairly well, like gender clinics.
Because of dysmorphic, that they're fat, right? So they look at themselves in the mirror, and I don't have very much fat on me, and it'd be like me saying, oh, I'm fat, I'm fat, I'm fat. And then if you were to reinforce that they're fat, they're fat, they're fat, that would then lead them to starve themselves and turn into skin and bones. So
why not just ask? Well, do you think an anorexic person should get liposuction? Do you think they should lose weight because that's how they feel that they should? Instead, it's like the longest question I've ever heard in my life. How far back to get to the start of this fucking sentence?
That would then lead them to starve themselves and turn into skin and bones. So a lot of people are worried about
I mean, it's quite an easy thing to answer as well. I mean, the kind of immediate harm to encouraging like an anorexic to starve themselves isn't quite the same as like a trans person taking hormones. The kind of potential harms, which again usually are explained to you and should be for sure, they're kind of a lot more subtle, and if they do manifest, it'll take time and it won't necessarily be noticeable. Someone who's dangerously underweight who stops eating, they're probably going to die pretty fast, right?
Forcing this idea that a man can become a woman can become...
Doesn't understand his own objection to it. Yeah, that's the thing. It's very easy to be arrogant and just come in one side or the other. Oh, well, anyone can identify as anything, end of story. Oh, well, men are men, women are women, end of story. You still do need to be able to actually engage in the conversation and understand what the other side thinks. This is what I mean. This like billboard protest shit. It is not something that just anyone should be doing.
Because it will cause you to, have surgery that's essentially irreversible.
Oh, it cause you to like have surgeries and that, innit?
And can be quite damaging. And
I keep forgetting he's actually posh.
I don't think that's healthy. And I think most people think it's better to try and live in your own body, although they wouldn't prevent you.
Great, mate. She's gonna fucking die of age before you finish this question at this rate.
From doing any surgery, but they think it's healthier to encourage people to live in their own bodies.
Well, yeah, a lot of the surgery is very invasive, but a lot of people really want that, and they're happy with the results and happy with who they end up being. So again, like, personally for me, I don't really straight there that a lot of people like do that. Surgery, I personally want some of it.
Okay, here we go. As soon as there's any crowd noise, you can't even fucking hear. If anyone's like savvy, they'll be listening in, trying to hear them like talk to themselves about like their audio problems, and then just find some kind of audio source to completely cuck the fuck out of this, quite honestly. Not that I'm for that. I'm not for censorship.
It's not really a lot of other people's business what you decide to do with your own body.
I mean, I basically agree. It isn't really another person's business. It becomes more so when you're, say, the age where you can't actually consent for things like this. It becomes more so when people get coerced or, like, get into this by means where they'll later regret it and stuff. But, I mean, I don't know. First off, you've got someone who, it's not like they were prepared to have a fucking debate. The person that supposedly is prepared to have a debate is a complete retard. So it's like, what are you supposed to get from these conversations? Sometimes all you can do is laugh.
Of course, you have a complete right. Your complete bodily autonomy is your body and not mine. Yeah. So, can I ask, how many people do you think who go through with surgery, etc., regret it, and how many people do you think are happy with it?
How many regret it? Who fucking knows? You don't know. Either their answer will be, I've no idea, or it'll be that 1% from that boostos thing, which I don't even know if he knows that a fucking study exists, to be honest. The trick to talk with anyone with opposing views, you have to be seeing the person as genuinely wanting to make people's lives better. Yeah. This doesn't strike me as one of those people. Like when people actually talk to Billboard Steve, like you see, like usually it's like trans men, you see talking to him. Like there is actually a conversation and there does seem to be like genuine concern. And he's not like rude to them for being trans or anything. You can kind of tell that this person like looks down on the people that he's like engaging with, you know?
That is less than 2% that ends up...
Okay, so the boostos answer. This isn't true. We don't know the regret rate. There's evidence that mental health issues worsen post-surgery. There's evidence that surgery regret takes years and years to manifest. Truly, we don't know.
So, regretting it, like when people end up getting gender-friendly surgery.
Okay.
Is that a statistic?
I've seen there have been more and more people who sort of regretted the surgery and felt like they joined a community that was really fun and embraced them as a person. But there are now a lot more people coming out who are saying, well, I joined this community, it made me feel valued, whereas like before I didn't feel valued, I didn't feel like I had a community. A lot of people are saying that what they needed was a community rather than the surgery, and a lot more people are coming out who...
I mean, I think this is probably true, yeah.
Sort of regret it, I know now.
Back where I'm from, there's a lot of like
I still watch it on my YouTube. It's funny to be watching you watching.
So that's why I
intrigued me. I thought I'd come over and watch you watching it. Later on I'll be watching.
Yes, they're saying that there's a lot of measures in place to keep the regret low. Truthfully, everyone's wrong here. You don't know the regret rate. It's very difficult to determine. And when the regret rate is low, but the suicide rate is high, and the mental health issue remains high, it very much suggests that not everything is adding up. It very much suggests that the kind of results we get in studies is not necessarily very trustworthy. I can understand why people would exaggerate how happy they are with like their surgery, because they might be worried that other people won't be able to get the same treatment if they're saying that they're not very happy.
Okay, thank you very much. Have a lovely day.
Yeah, I like your eggs.
I like your eggs.
Yeah, I like your eggs.
I even know what they're talking about.
Right, quickly. Do you think the trans ideology is a mental illness?
You're asking the wrong bloke. You know what I think.
Go on.
Absolutely, it's a mental illness. It's just the government changed the name. They just changed it. Changed it to dysphoria when it was a mental illness before.
Dysphoria is a mental... Oh, these people are so stupid, man. These people are actually so fucking dumb. Gender dysphoria is the mental illness. It's fine to call it one. Gender dysphoria and trans ideology are two different things. I don't know that I think an ideology can be a mental illness.
You don't believe a man can become a woman?
No.
And that's not even what gender dysphoria means anyway. Gender dysphoria is just being unhappy with your sex or gender.
I had a gentleman earlier tell me that I could become a cat.
Well, when I went in McDonald's earlier, they asked my name and I said I was a microwave.
I'm sorry, I literally have nothing more. Right. This is literally all I have. You didn't need to do that.
Thank you.
Yeah, we can't continue
without the safety.
Can't continue without saying what happened. Hang on.
We do actually need safety in order to continue this.
Yeah, because they are quite an aggressive people. Do you want to...
Who's been aggressive to them? The odd person kind of invaded their space a bit. Bear in mind they were in like the march. Kind of everyone's kind of invading each other's space a little bit to an extent. Who's been like aggressive to them? I haven't been seeing that, but listen, I skipped a few bits, so.
Flip the camera.
Oh yeah, we can. There we go. Hello.
Oh, Edge of the Matrix. Hi, Edge of the Matrix.
Hi, Edge of the Matrix.
Billboard Steve is watching them. Fucking hell. I hope he's a bit embarrassed because they probably watched him and are like, oh, I can do this too. I hope he's feeling a bit embarrassed.
I think I know of you. Oh yes, I do. Yes, I do know you. Hi.
He did the lot of the stand
in the light. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, everyone sub.
Mate, you should know him. You're copying him right now.
To Edge of the Matrix. That guy was very polite. He walks up.
Which one?
Well, he went, fuck you.
I just said thank you. Like, what else are you going to say to that?
Got the Muslims.
Okay, where are they?
Here. Gentlemen, is the trans ideology a mental illness?
Okay, so first of all, I just want to figure out where you're coming from. First of all, do you believe in a creator?
No.
No, you don't believe in a creator?
No, I'm not religious.
So where do you get your morality?
From natural law, which is derived from our reasoning applied to the world through empirical analysis.
Which is, where do you get your morality? That's what I'm asking.
Well, I believe...
You're saying the natural law.
Trans rights are human rights!
Thank you.
You're right there. Would you like to state your opinion? Do you think that your outburst has
Well, she didn't stay to defend.
Yeah, great comeback, bro. Fucking hell. This person's like fucking 100 meters down the street and you're still trying to like rebut.
Trans rights are human rights!
Thank you.
You're right there. Would you like to state your opinion? Do you think that your outburst has
Well, she didn't stay to defend her opinion.
What?
She didn't stay. Oh my god, man. This is like embarrassing as fuck.
I mean, is that mentally sound to be shouting?
Yeah, you really got her there, bro. Well, is that mentally sound?
People like that?
Is a mental illness. Are you talking about transgender?
The transgender ideology, yeah.
I mean, coming back to it, you saying, where'd you get your morality from? You say, I was thinking, yeah.
I believe that we derive morality from reasoning about the world.
So it's subjective. It's subjective. Basically.
No.
Yes, it is.
Oh, mate, do you want to state your opinion?
It's subjective, right? What I'm trying to say is, if you get your morality subjective morality, your good could be somebody's
Like, is there such thing as like objective morality?
bad, and somebody's bad could be somebody's good.
Yeah, but someone's going to be right, someone's going to be wrong. I think truth is singular. It's versions of this truth.
Who determines who's truth and who's false?
It's a process. It's just like with science. Like science, there is a truth of science, right? But some people can get it wrong. Okay, like.
So it means like by consensus, I'm guessing.
I could have a theory and turn out my theory's wrong. Yeah. But I want to ask you, is this mental?
Yeah, I'm coming to that. So the difference between myself and you is we get our morality, which is objective, from the creator who created me and you, right? That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, the problem is the existence of a creator is an objective fact either, so...
So, in terms of your thingy is a mental illness and whatnot. Morality, I derive my morality from the creator. Right?
Wouldn't you see this ideology as mentally ill?
What? Transgender thinking. What do you mean by mentally illness? First of all, I need to understand that.
Well, would he see it as essentially some form of insanity to believe a man can become a woman and a woman can become a man? Because there was a man earlier today saying to me that I could become a cat. And he was saying, oh, it's okay because we're all human. I'm like, well, but I'm a cat now, so...
I think he got trolled.
We're not all human, apparently, because you just said I can be a cat.
And this is where I bring it back to morality. When people take their own morality and apply their own morality, then people will come up with absurdities like somebody can be identified as a cat or somebody thinking. Because most recently, what did the High Court rule? That a man cannot be a biological man who is being identified as a biological man cannot be identified as a woman, and vice versa, right? And I agree with this.
So is it mentally ill?
Mentally ill, like, look, you're putting something thingy in terms of mentally ill. Mentally ill is an illness, right? Right? I wouldn't. Everybody who prescribes into this, right? I cannot say to them whether or not they're mentally ill or not. But what their morality is wrong.
Okay.
Right? Their morality is wrong. So that's what I'm trying to say. How you worded it is you can word it as maybe is it.
Even something like adults engaging in sexual activities with children. I agree it's morally wrong. I don't know if it's objectively wrong. It's like, in a way, kind of all this stuff is subjective because it's based on consensus. It's just that with something like adults and children having sex, the kind of evidence for why it is morally wrong is extremely like strong, right? And there aren't really any good arguments as to why you would permit that and say it's okay and encourage it even, you know.
Morally correct, right? Okay. But mentally ill.
I think honestly, describing something as like objective in any way is quite risky a lot of the time.
That's to assume that everybody who wants to identify themselves as somebody thingy, you're casting them as somebody who's mental. And we can't cast assertions that they are mental.
Well,
some people can do it because society tells them to do they want to conform in order to...
Listen, the fact that it is seen as objectively wrong for adults to have sex with kids is not a bad thing. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, that kind of thing you might as well view as objectively wrong, for sure.
Society or conform to their societal ring, you know, within the thingy. They're hanging out with people that are saying, oh, it's cool to do thingy. Like, for example, in today's schools, for example, a lot of schools
okay
now...
if I grab this one? Just before your head's off. Is that okay?
If you want to speak.
Is that okay?
No problem.
Thank you, man. Okay, so the question is the transgender ideology...
No, you say yes, it is. Yes, it is. You're born as a man or a woman. God made you a man or a woman. You can't change that. And if you want to change it, it's just dumb. For no reason.
Why do you think so many people are going for this ideology?
They're just mentally, like, as you said, mentally.
Because they're mentally, oh, fucking hell. Fucking hell, man.
What do you think we can do to help people who believe that they're a different sect? What do you think can be done to help people who believe they're a different sect?
Go to the doctor. Stop promoting it, because people keep on promoting it. And that's why people think that they are different sects, and they see other people being...
What's this guy doing? He's like staring at the camera doing this. What's going on?
Like changing. I think maybe that's maybe they're not happy with their...
Like tweaking out a bit.
With everything. That's what I think.
We wouldn't be here today if our current standards of morality were enforced in the past. Maybe not. Guess it depends how far back you're going, but yeah.
We're Arabs, so we don't believe in any of that ideology.
It's pushed on children.
What do you think about it being pushed in schools for kids?
I don't believe in it at all. Like in America, they teach that LGBTQ is good and free LGBTQ and whatever. That's
cool, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
There we go. We got Arab John Lennon. What else we got?
They do have their... Did you see the parade? Especially.
What has this question?
I mean, we don't, but we're getting everyone's opinion.
Oh no, he's having to explain trans ideology again. This will be another 20 minutes minimum.
Do you want to answer the question?
About really. I'll probably get cancelled if they become self-aware, they start searching for their own identity.
Like there have been people for, there have been people against.
Get what I mean?
I've got to believe they got their own
right? You get your own group. A lot of kids, they'll literally take the stock standard thing off the shelf and they'll just adopt that as their own. They'll have their like white blue or black pink strip of hair and go, I'm so emotional, listen to Bullet for my Valentine. But now, one of the things on the shelf is, hey, do you want to, start taking hormone blockers and cut off parts of your genitalia? Which a lot of people are worried about, the fact that this is being pushed in the schools to kids. Okay, because you're making a very good...
It happens exactly like this. Happens exactly like this.
Liberal argument with which I agree, that everyone has the right to do what they want to do with their own body when they're of a certain age. But a lot of people are very concerned that this is being pushed in schools and through children's media to children.
Do you want me to comment on that?
Yeah.
I'm going to comment on that.
I'm complimenting your argument for the certain age, but I'm just saying that for children, obviously, it's
I think there's
a little bit scary.
There's an age, man. There's an age where people... I don't know, actually, that's a hard one. Because if you're born into a Christian family, like you're... let me think about this.
I feel like, though, with everything, there will be an extreme side to it. So, as you said, like, it might start off as teaching about it. Could evolve into like mutilation and stuff. And that's like the same thing happening. Like the emo side, and then the extreme side of that emo side is, do you know what I mean? So I feel like there's loads of different extreme versions of an identity that you can adopt, if that makes sense.
I get what you mean, but when I look at emos, I see a lot of people with like a few sort of self-harm scars, but then I look at, people who have taken hormone blockers who've then made themselves sterile, and then I look at people like actually having mastectomies, like actually cutting their genitals off. That sort of stuff is so irreversible. It's not just cosmetic damage to your skin. It's not just something that's unsightly. It's something that's going to be sort of like real permanent damage. It's like you're never going to have kids in some scenario.
So what's your argument? So your argument is to not allow people to do it to a certain age?
So I believe that everyone has full bodily autonomy. So if you want to chop off your genitals, you can chop off your genitals. That's perfectly okay. But at the same time, I don't think that people should be pushed into using incorrect pronouns for people, calling men women, and this is also being pushed. I have pronouns that apply to me. So obviously I'm a man. So you'd use he, him, etc. You, okay, would be addressing me in the singular or the plural, right? It's multiple. Basically. No, if you said you, so you can address us in the plural. You're against.
Oh, it's actually painful. How hard is it to sum up? I don't like compelled speech. I'd prefer if people didn't call me a bigot because I don't want to call someone a she if I don't think they're a she. Like, fucking hell.
I don't think it's healthy to encourage people who I think have a lot of...
This guy, man,
Are you a Christian?
He's on the religious side.
I think it's unhealthy, like when you have people who are anorexic, for example. I think a lot of these people have essentially an illness, and other people...
I think it's unhealthy. We go straight to the so no mental argument. Yeah, he goes off on other stuff. It's crazy.
Got into it because it's a trend, but I think if you have anorexic people, you don't change their facts.
Like the overarching point is, oh, well, it's all about mental illness. Sure, bro.
It's like me saying I'm anorexic. I keep saying I'm anorexic. You keep telling me that I'll starve myself to death and not got really any fat on.
Yeah,
I think that'd be really dangerous if that were to happen.
Okay, but I hear it. So why does it bother you personally?
Because I'm worried about people, and I'm also worried about what it does to children.
Yeah, it's not very convincing coming out of this guy, is it? You watch him wander around with his weird grin on his face for like well over an hour. I'm just concerned about people, innit? Like, come on.
Okay, so what you're saying is when people push an agenda onto a child, that starts to be a problem. Yeah, I agree with that. There's a certain age where people should be able to decide for themselves until they get to that age, which legally is 18.
I think of age is consent for alcohol, getting tattoo, having sex.
Yeah, having sex is 16, so I don't know what...
I mean, bear in mind as well, there's not much they can do before 18 anymore anyway.
The legal age is. It's like...
How can they know about their sexuality if they're not having sex?
Yeah, I just get worried because this is all through the state school. So I don't know how old you are, right?
30.
Same. So when I was a kid, this
guy's 30. Jesus.
Thing just did not exist in the schools. It wasn't a thing. But now it's all throughout the schools. It's all the trend. It's like all the celebrities are pushing it because it's trendy, and they're pushing it obviously to very young audiences. And a lot of the teachers are pushing it because it's the trendy, woke thing to do, to like bring this in the schools. And that's why I'm worried because
I mean, they're not doing it because it's trendy and woke. They do it because they think they're helping people. The problem is, how many kids are actually being helped by being transitioned versus how many are going down a path that they probably shouldn't be going down? They're not doing it to be trendy. Like,
I'm very concerned that people are going to make damaging choices, and more people are coming out who regret it because what they've done is they've joined the community. They felt really accepted, and what they needed was that community. They didn't need to start doing surgery or hormone blockers or anything like that. They just needed a community.
I think there's probably some truth to this, but ultimately people come to trans for a lot of different reasons.
Yeah, I feel you. Like people need to feel like they belong, but I need to think about that one. The other, on a more nihilistic viewpoint, I don't really care. If it doesn't, like,
how do you think they should regulate it?
But it's more.
Like, what can they do to?
For me, it's each their own, man. If they want to do it, they've got it done. It's like the same as you're drawing a parallel to like emos and cutting their wrists. Their wrists will be cut forever. They might learn from it, they might not. I don't know. That's a good similarity. But like,
listen, what's more unsightly, having mastectomy scars or wearing a MCR t-shirt? Let's be real.
What I'm trying to say is like, you can't control the world.
That is true. He should be talking about housing. I want to know what these people's solution for housing is.
So you have to let people do whatever they do. But I'm not, in that sense, I'm nihilistic. Like, there's too many people to try and control. So if people are going to go do their thing, let them do that thing.
I would abolish state schooling. I would leave it entirely. I would get rid of most taxes so everyone would be richer. I'd get rid of most
I'd get rid of taxes so everyone would be richer. Why is this guy a fucking politics reporter? Why? Oh my god. Like, we really, I don't know, man. I guess I need to hear his reasons as to why I'd abolish state schooling. I don't know how popular a position that would be.
I would leave it entirely.
Like, you want whatever corporation teaching whatever values they decide are okay in whichever local area they're in. Okay. Like, everyone would be richer with no taxes, but then they're all having to pay out of pocket for, like, school and shit. Sure.
I would get rid of most taxes so everyone would be richer. I'd get rid of most regulations so everyone would be richer. Free market. Everyone could trade freely. Everyone would be much more prosperous. Get the government almost completely out of your life.
Like, we talk about how, like, lefties are, like, utopian and shit like that. We listen to that Jimmy the Giant guy saying, I'll just build 1 million houses and it'll all be good. This is, like, worse. This is like, I'll just cut taxes and everyone will be richer. Like, oh my God, man. Is that seriously all he has? Oh, well, everyone will be richer with no taxes, innit? Like, what?
Freely, everyone will be much more prosperous. Get the government almost completely out of your life, okay? Unless you're being attacked by someone, the government shouldn't really be in your life.
Yeah, this guy 100% thinks this other guy is a fucking nut by now, surely.
They should just leave you alone to do your own thing. Right, earn your own money, keep your own money, be aspirational, build a house, and also choose what education you want for your children, because I think that a big problem we've got is all kids are getting roughly the same sort of thing fed to them. And I think it's much healthier where we've got a system where the parents have choice over.
No taxes, salaries would go down. A lot of things would go down. Be a lot of problems that these people just never think about. Okay, we've got a government with almost no power that is like completely fucking broke because there ain't no money coming in. Okay, great. That'll solve everything, I'm sure.
Education, where parents will actually have be able to homeschool because we've not got like massive housing crisis and everything.
Like homeschool it, like, oh, okay. They fixed the housing crisis by lowering taxes. Okay, right. That's how it works. Because everyone just builds their own house. Like, fuck me, man. What is he talking about?
Everything, the parents can stay home, on uncle, on aunt.
Yeah, the parents really want to fucking homeschool their kids for the most part. Isn't most of the point that they don't have to deal with their child 24/7? There's somewhere else that their kids can go so that they can go work. Oh no, they're going to stay home in the house that they built themselves, paying no taxes, where only one of them presumably is working. Or just get an uncle and an aunt to do it. One of your uncle or aunts is going to be like, shit out of a job. Just look after my kids for me.
Or another family member, grandparent maybe, and raise their children rather than children essentially being raised and indoctrinated by the government. That's why I think this is such a dangerous and pressing side.
So I agree with your points, but that's a hell of an idealistic view, like of how the world will turn out. The world would not be like that.
That's the way it used to be until like about 100 years ago.
The way it used to be until 100 years ago. How many people were in the fucking world 100 years ago compared to today?
Like that.
Like we used to have like essentially free market and education until about 100 years ago.
And you go 200 years back and you can see some peasants who are fucking reigned under the monarchy. They will not agree with you.
Oh man, I
like
think
the world has never been like
okay,
you're living like this. Like I agree with your viewpoint, but it's never gonna happen.
It's just facts.
Mate, what we got to do, we got to club together, right? The four of us, we're going to get a time machine, we're going to go back, I'm going to tell them all about this, I'm going to say this is what they're teaching in the schools, do you think this is a good idea? They're going to go, no, we'll scratch in the dirt, mate, we'll scratch in the dirt.
Schools have never been like that, schools have always been shit.
Yes, take people with completely different values, because it's fucking forever ago, and just let them see what we're doing now, and they'll be horrified. Yeah, they probably will be. No shit. They probably look at tons of stuff and be like, that's insane, when actually it's probably a good thing. How do you know Victorian times people wouldn't look at flushing toilets and think, nah, I'd prefer to throw my shit out a window, to be honest?
Education has always been shit. Like, the point of education is to make you a little square box so people can put you there. And like,
that's why I love homeschooling.
Yeah, that's shit.
Homeschooling used to be a thing.
Yeah, you think about, oh, the government's indoctrinating your kids through, like, school. Imagine the kind of parents that want to homeschool their kids. It's probably because they also want to indoctrinate their kids. Is that a good thing?
Homeschooling is also shit. If you've got shit parents, like the fuck.
It depends on the parents.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that.
Like, if you've got like a best mate, like he's raising like his kids, like you can literally leave them with your best mate. Like
I do agree with the community side, and whilst we're on the community side, make Cornwall fucking independent again, because that's what we're trying to do, man. Oh, independence, my friends.
We've got our Colonel.
Yes,
oh my god. Is that black and white? Is that white? He's got the colours.
One now.
I thought you meant their skin colour, black and white. Fucking hell. I was about to say.
You go into the fucking government right now and sign Cornwall for independence, because we are an independent nation, my friends.
That was fucking bizarre.
Excuse me, girls. Is trans ideology a mental illness?
No.
Why? Can a man become a woman?
Yeah, up to them. Huh? I don't know. It's up to them. Let's see.
Can I become short?
Huh?
Can I become short?
Yeah.
Can I become short? Well, yeah, if someone cuts your legs off, you'll be shorter for definite.
Try, probably.
How?
Chop off your leg.
But I keep hitting my head.
Huh?
I keep hitting my head. I keep identifying as short and then I walk through a doorway and I hit my head again.
Okay.
So how do I become short? By identifying.
What? I don't know.
Is that what men need to start doing to tell women squat? Then what?
Some women at all.
Then how can a man become a woman?
If they want to do that,
It doesn't help that he's like fucking grinning constantly. It just sounds like a bad joke.
It's the ones that can't explain the argument.
Oh yeah, that's the problem. They couldn't explain the argument. Because his fucking argument was so amazing, right? Like, if you think about it, his analogy kind of works in the trans people's favor. If you're like tall and you identify as short, you could probably get your fucking legs reduced or some shit. Get sections of them cut out and like stitched back together, or just cut them off and use a fucking wheelchair. Sounds a little bit like, I don't know, getting a mastectomy or like a vaginoplasty or something. Like, oh my God, man.
They have an opinion, but unfortunately they can't back it.
Hey, I think you should look at your friend for that fucking issue before talking about other people.
That's it. Yeah, that was a bit of a...
He knows, listen, can you see his face? He fucking knows that was the most retarded fucking thing anyone has ever said ever.
Yeah, that was a bit of a...
Like, this is what we call sheepish, okay? He knows he's making a twat out of himself and that he should probably just stop doing this.
I want to be...
I think he is used to getting places on his looks. That's how he's acting. Yeah, he just says that he's Freddie Mercury's son and doors open for him.
Short, but I keep banging my head on the ceiling. Yeah, nice one.
Even she's like taking the piss out of him.
The chat's loving you, Nika.
Why? What were you saying? Oh, cheers, 100%.
Well, Nika, you identify as tall, don't you?
What's going on with her eyebrows? Like, I've never seen eyebrows that are like literally just like rectangles. Am I just noticing this? Like, they're just literally straight across. You've got one, then you've got the other.
I never said that, do I? I lived in the...
Where do they find these people? Is it this easy to get a job with Resistance GB? Like, fucking hell. Listen. I talk about how it's mostly like retards and like spastics getting radicalized on one side. It's both sides, trust me. It's both sides. These people getting radicalized to the point where they want to go out and wear a billboard and talk to people. They ain't got nothing better to do. Because they ain't got nothing better they're capable of doing. These people all suck. They all deserve each other.
I live in the real world. I'm down here.
Based. Don't assault me. Don't assault me. Excuse me, why do you think it's okay to assault me?
Because I'm mentally ill.
Did he even assault him? There's a very convenient lag right there, wasn't there?
According to you.
I didn't say you're mentally ill.
It does look like you're calling them mentally ill, for sure.
Why do you think we need to ask him for that question?
Just don't.
Because it was previously classified as a mental illness. Excuse me, can you get off of me, please?
Assault.
Right? Yeah. He grabbed me. I wasn't even touching him.
Who grabbed
You literally were just grabbing me. Can you not assault me, please?
Like, massively in the way as well.
No, you want to put a mask on? What's your problem? Well, why did your friend just assault me?
Help! 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 Can someone call the police? Help!
He is calling the police.
Help!
Come on.
Help!
Let's go.
Yeah, let's fucking fun.
These people seem like they could be mentally ill. It seems.
She seemed like she was very
her life was in danger. She was calling for help.
Make sure to keep the camera.
Without threatening.
Nika, make sure to keep your finger on the stick, the camera, in case they start trying to assault me. To be honest, they don't seem that tough. Excuse me, guys. Could I ask you, is trans ideology a mental illness? I'm trans. Okay. And what's your answer to yours? Absolutely not.
That is a great place to do an interview. There's a fucking street sweeper or some shit right there.
I work, I have a job. Clearly very body there influence as well. The padlock.
Generally, that doesn't scream mental illness.
I think they're saying they work, they have a normal life, stuff like that. I think they said they are trans.
But it's more on whether like a
well, working doesn't scream mental illness. Jesus Christ.
Man can become a woman and a woman can become a man.
Well, I wouldn't use those two terms for example, because I would never imagine myself. I was born in a male body. You know what I mean? But I definitely was a woman inside. There's no two ways about that. But referring to us as men and women in that sense in today's world, I don't think it really does any favours, you know. I'm Irish and I have to say my city in Dublin is so supportive to us trans people and all that. I think here it's probably gone backwards because of this transition here and I've lived here for decades and it's quite sad to see that people feel that they have the right to make an opinion of what I do with my body. Imagine if I did that to every straight man and goes down and says, I don't like the way your hair, I don't like the way you know. What gives somebody to that to, you know, like, I mean, it's wrong.
I think you fundamentally have the right to do whatever you like with your body. Yeah. Although I think everyone judges everyone on everything.
That's fine. Once it doesn't cause harm. Of course we all but like if it's harmless at times, but if it digs deep and it then kind of infringes on people's health there, which it's doing, you know, or helping them transition properly and privately and you know. But I mean, I don't think I overoften have said to people, I think it starts out with mental health issues. There are times I ended up with them for how I was treated. You know, and that's the reality, you know. And I think, like, I mean, not all of us, as far as any of us away from the mental or family, why does it have to be, why does it have to be trans people? You know, but we are definitely not, you know.
Be frank, this person seems reasonable enough. I wouldn't agree that they're a woman for sure, but like, I don't know.
And I just feel, I think it's great that we can express ourselves.
The street noises. Well, these people, like, they have really shit equipment despite having a fairly large channel. Like, these people just suck at this, basically.
Definitely say that we're probably some of the bravest people on the earth because we're honest. We wear our honesty. Many people do that.
What I'd say are people's sort of two main concerns, roughly, would be first, they feel that, you know, obviously you've got the right to dress how you want and you can identify how you want, but they're being forced to sort of recognise that in workplaces. They're being forced by the government. If they disagree, people can be, you know, locked up, they can be arrested because, you know, people coming after people with so-called hate speech, which is just people speaking freely their opinions. So a lot of people are very concerned about that. Less concerned personally about you, but they're very concerned that they're being sort of forced to accept an ideology.
Isn't it because I pass? You know, I do, because I mean, I've had over 30, I have a vagina for over 30 years.
You don't technically have a vagina, but we're talking about passing. You could probably say that, I guess.
You know what I mean? And I work in the workplace as a woman, but I'm always the first to admit that I am a trans woman. You know what I mean? I'm a woman with a trans experience.
Honestly, this person's fine. Can you say someone's mentally ill if they're trans and they're like, well, you know, I'm not a full-on fucking female or whatever. Sounds like they live in reality, right? But then his thing is about trans ideology, and it's like, well, it's difficult. You got to separate that from the people, but then You don't know who you're talking to that are like about all this ideology shit and who are just like trans people, you know?
That makes sense. And I think sometimes people judge because...
I have a feeling all of this was very ill thought through. They probably didn't spend much time thinking about what to put on the sign. They just fucking slapped something together. It's all a bit embarrassing.
I'm blonde, because I'm slim, and because I'm a size 6 shoe, that's all passing. But like, it doesn't mean that somebody that doesn't fit the criteria that you think we should fit, that they're not.
It's more that people are worried about being compelled to call a man a woman or a woman as a man as they see it. And a lot of people are worried that their free speech is being impeded by essentially government dictates. So a lot of people are worried about that. I'd say the second thing that people are worried about is also the fact that a lot of this is being introduced to children at quite a young age.
That's bullshit now. That's still talking bullshit now. You know, because
He's not entirely talking bullshit, unfortunately.
Because at the end of the day, I could tell you from the age of 3, I want to be girl. I'm 67 years of age. I transitioned in the 70s going into the 80s. You know what I mean? I had no social media, public influence of anything to do with trans or anything like that. And my granny allowed me to be a girl. Do you know what I mean? It's just, I think if you love your child enough, you allow your child to develop in their own way. Like some people develop and do want to have a transition like I do. Some just grow out of it. But why take that privilege from a child or children? But there's no being armed trying to turn children into anything.
You'd say that obviously you are an exception because you did this a long time before it was popular, a long time.
Who are dominantly straight men. So why are we being persecuted because, you know, there's children that want to transition?
Like, what's the persecution?
We don't decide who, we're looking to get health care ourselves.
You know, you have the right to do whatever you like with your body.
Yeah, exactly. And I live in Dublin, Ireland. You're 18 before you're allowed to walk to the list that you're assessed. You know, I know I'm biological male, psychological female. That's what it's called.
Okay, it really isn't how it works, but okay.
Gender dysphoria.
Gender dysphoria means you're unhappy with your sex.
Around from humans again. You know, I've no problem with my diversity. I'm not proud of it. You know.
I mean, listen, if that's how someone expresses it in isolation, it's fine. It's more when these kind of narratives start getting picked up and actually used. When really, you can't be a psychological female if you're male. It doesn't make any sense to say.
So, it's just we're 1% of the population. You know, we're being punched down on. It's a vulnerable, you know, community that is being punched down on.
What does this mean?
You know, when there's so much other, you know, sinister things going on, but, you know, a small population is being made out to be demons to society. It's ridiculous. I go to work like everybody else. You know, I have a family, I have a mother and, you know, sister, a niece, you know. And my niece told me that she was trans. I would be very upset because of the life that she's going to have to live. It's not a choice. We're born this way. You know, there's in history, there is, you know, there's history of trans people been around since you.
I don't think anyone's born trans. I think you're born like maybe predisposed towards this kind of thing.
Again, it's not a new thing. It's just society hasn't made space for us. You know?
It's been an absolute pleasure. Do have a lovely day. Yeah, of course. It's okay. Do have a lovely day. Oh, okay. All the best to you guys. So, who is John Money? So, John Money is actually the godfather of the trans ideology. Oh, right, yeah. So, he actually experimented on 2 little twin boys. They both had a genital issue, and one of them in the surgery to try and fix them, basically his genitals were destroyed. So John Money decided that he was going to essentially raise this child. I know that. In Germany, was it? No, I believe Germany as well. I believe this was in America. I believe it was in America. Quite an infamous case. Yeah, and then he actually had them do sexual reenactments as kids. Yes. Trying pushing this boy into being a girl, pushing. And eventually both of the twin boys ended up dead. So
So you think it's a psyop?
I think that it's incongruous with reality that a man can become a woman and a woman can become a man.
Right, okay. I think there's more to it than that. I think that certain things are pushed to keep people away from asking the right questions, like who controls money, who controls power, and why haven't I got a share of it, right? So you keep people distracted, like the world is flat, transgender stuff. And it keeps people from being genuinely political. So instead they're in a bubble or fantasy and they're not demonstrating against things that really affect their lives. They're asking for, sort of abstract non-existent rights. So it's in a place where it's quite convenient to have young people. Yeah? I think the human brain is, what's the word, it's pliable, it's very easy to manipulate.
Surely that wasn't like deliberate, fucking hell.
And I think you can manipulate people's realities. I think that's what's been discovered since the 50s.
Wait, no, is someone on one of these things? Maybe it is. Maybe it's like thematic.
Things like MK Ultra, they've discovered how easy humans are to manipulate, and they manipulate them for power.
So what's the solution? What do we need to do then? Well, that's the solution.
Listen, I can totally buy all these trans conversations. It's a distraction. Just say that women are women and man are man. Move on. You want to get fucking trans, wait till you're 18. No, you can't compete in women's sports. Easy. There you go. Wow.
I think knowledge is the first thing. If you Google who funds this movement, it's the 10 biggest donors company. So I think it's teaching people, young people, to think cognitively. Yeah, to be able to reason, to think rationally, to think things through, rather than just to take things on board and follow them to absolutely true. So I think that is the key, getting back cognitive reasoning into education.
This is quite interesting.
So would you classify all of this trans ideology as mental illness?
Mental illness is something that's very difficult to classify. If you go to the American Psychiatric Association, I think there's 1,200 listed mental illnesses. Every year there's more. So I think sometimes people can get locked into sort of false reality.
That's another thing. Are there too many mental illnesses? Are we calling everything a fucking mental illness now, I wonder?
And believe things to be true, be it, they've been abducted by a UFO, or be it...
Like, fundamentally, asking if trans ideology is a mental illness is like a really dumb question to begin with.
Something else. I'm not sure if mental illness is the right word for it, but it's almost like human beings can get lost in like this weird fantasy.
You're right, sir? What do you think?
That's great.
Is it mental illness or not? You right, man? What do you think?
I don't think it's mental illness. I think people have lost sight of humanity. At the end of the day, humanity is what you do, not turn yourself into by biological or other meanings. Yes, obviously, probably it's a mental illness.
Get yourself some ginger.
The police have been tested, and I think we've set a little bit of a precedent with police.
That's good. That is good.
Yeah, we've set a fantastic precedent with police.
Okay, so they're now reaching for any positives from this utterly retarded stream. Wow, amazing. They will save the country from the evil mental illness that is trans ideology any day now, I'm sure. The billboard protests are going too far. It's time to stop. It's time to stop unless you really know what you're doing. And you probably don't know what you're doing, because most people don't know what they're doing when it comes to stuff like this.